Bass in your face.
Laker Nation. Laker Nation. What is going on? How are y'all feeling today, tonight, whenever y'all are watching this? I'm going to try and get this one out early so we can all bask in this glory, in this good feeling. A lot of us were nervous. Laker Nation, a lot of us were nervous. On a roll, you know, against a great Heat team. And that's all coming up next on the Film Room Podcast. Laker Nation, what did y'all think, huh? Y'all ready to trade anybody? Y'all want to let anybody go yet? After that game? Laker Nation, we went into this game with like 9 players, okay? With 9 players. That's all we need. Listen, that is all we need to beat a Heat team right after a big whole ordeal with Nikola Jokic. You know, I just had this feeling going into this game that I wasn't even really worried about getting a win. I said Miami Heat is going to come out so pissed off from the last game that they are really going to take it to us. I know we were hurt, but then I read that Reeves was out. Then I read that, who else was out? Rondo was out. And I'm like, goodness, man. We going to have to go get us some players from the street. But we battled it out. We looked amazing. We had a lot of fight. We made a lot of mistakes. But a lot of fight, a lot of resilience, a lot of energy, a lot of effort. What y'all saying about our defense, huh? How'd our defense look tonight? Didn't I tell you our defense wasn't a problem at all? Because listen, when we buckle down and when we need to get stops, these are veterans. These are guys who've been in the league, who know what's going on, who know what's about to happen. Okay? They done seen it all. They done been through it all. And when we needed to get stops, listen, our defense was incredible tonight. Yeah, we had a lot of miscues. We had a lot of turnovers. Imagine if we didn't have 21 turnovers. Imagine. What would that score look like if we didn't have 21 turnovers? So listen, like I said about our defense. Defense is not our issue. It's just effort. Them boys can play defense. Them boys can lock down some players when we need to. You talk about Tyler Hero. He was scorching hot. He was scorching hot. He was killing us. He was killing us out there. But what happened in that fourth quarter in OT? What happened? Did he score? I don't even know. Tyler Hero who? Did he sit on the bench the whole OT? He was talking all that trash by a bench. I can't wait to see his post game. Huh? Where you mean mug at now, Hero? With 2 R's, you took 2 L's, okay? You took 2 of them. One from Phil Handy, and then the other from the Lakers. All those points for nothing, just to lose, huh? All that talking just to lose. How you feel now? Go ahead and walk down to that bench after we whooped y'all, huh? Go talk. Go talk to him now. Listen, man. Lakers, y'all looked incredible. Miami Heat was definitely putting up a hard fight. They wanted this one bad. We won this one without LeBron, without Rondo, without Ariza, without THT. I mean, we've been winning games. This is what Rob Pelinka has put together. Now, I don't know if I can give them all the credit. Probably some to LeBron and AD. But this is what it is. We went out there with 9 players and came out with a victory. They played incredible. Let's give our guys their just due. Let's give them their flowers. Let's stop all this trade talk. Oh, we need to let him go. We need to let this person go after a bad game. No. Let them learn. We got a whole new squad. They're learning offense, defense, offense. They're playing every other night. No time to practice. COVID still running around. Okay? Let them breathe. Y'all want to trade everybody. Let's talk about it. I'm going to go into the box score. You know I love my box score. Tells a lot. Eye test, we looked incredible. But I'm going to go to this box score. We're going to start off with AD. I want to start off with AD tonight. Because AD looked incredible. He still looked sick. He still looked like he needed Pepto-Bismol. Okay? Some antacids. But he looked good. He was falling all over the place. Listen, there was one play where he jumped up in the air and fell on exactly nothing. I said, how do you fall on nothing? Nobody was around. He just slipped and fell. They gotta get some traction on those shoes. Thank God he wasn't wearing those gold shoes. Y'all remember those gold shoes? AD looked incredible. AD played 43 minutes. He scored 32 points again. Is this the right one? No, this is the wrong one. AD played 44 minutes. He scored 24 points at 13 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. This is probably the first game he didn't get 3 or 4 blocks. He was 10 for 23 from the field. That's 43%. He was 1 for 2 from 3. He was 50%. He was looking good. He's getting his rhythm back. A little bit. He had 4 turnovers, though. Let's go to Kent Bazemore. Kent Bazemore played 21 minutes, scored 2 points, had 2 rebounds, 0 assists, 1 steal, 0 blocks. He was 1 for 4 from the field. That's 25%. He was 0 for 3 from 3. That's 0%. I think it's about time we discuss Kent Bazemore. No, I don't want to trade him. No. But I think it's about time we discuss where he belongs in this lineup. I think it's valid now. There's been a few games, several, where Kent Bazemore has done absolutely nothing except foul people. Let me see how many fouls he had. He had 3 fouls. He was just out there. He scored 2 points on 1 floater that almost hit the rafters when he put it up there. Because he had no business taking that shot, but it went in. Kent Bazemore, I'm sorry to say, bro, it's about time you sit down. It's about time you sit down. Okay? Because I was hoping you would give the first string the defensive power, the defensive hold. And although you have been doing great on defense, Avery Bradley is just so much more superior, which means that we're going to be all right on defense. Maybe you need to come off the bench and give us some help off the bench with defense. And bring on Malik Monk. I'm going to come back to Malik Monk. Let's go DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan played 11 minutes, scored 1 point, had 5 rebounds, and 2 fouls. Okay? Everybody on my timeline, on my Twitter timeline, because I'm on Twitter heavy now, if you ain't know, the Film Room Pod, follow your boy. I got like 4 people up there that listen to me talk. DeAndre Jordan was the topic of discussion all night. I think every Laker fan tweeted, get DeAndre Jordan out the game. You see how stuff flow when DeAndre Jordan is out the game, all this kind of rhetoric. DeAndre Jordan played great for us last game, so I'm not going to go back and forth with y'all on who needs to sit and who needs not to. One game he did great, next game he didn't do so great. That don't warrant him getting out the game as quick as y'all want him to get out the game. I'm going to just say that. Yes, it's not right. The spacing on the floor is sometimes not right. But DeAndre Jordan helps Anthony Davis be Anthony Davis, if y'all didn't see that. Because Anthony Davis don't want to play the 5. He wants to play the 4. So Vogel has to do what he can to help AD and also get these guys some minutes. Find places where he can fit them in. Let's go next to Avery Bradley. Avery Bradley has been talked about a lot too. Avery Bradley has been talked about like he only scores 2 points and he's not this and he's not that. And Avery Bradley played 38 minutes, scored 17 points, had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. He was 6 for 12 from the field. That's 50%. And he was 5 for 8 from 3. That's 62%, ladies and gentlemen. Avery Bradley hit 3 3-pointers in a row. 3 3-pointers in a row. KCP would never. Kyle Kuzma would only dream. And Markieff Morris, forget about it. Avery Bradley has been incredible on his starting lineup. I thought I told y'all, Vogel forgot that he ran with us when we won the chip. He was part of the reason why we were number 1 in the West that whole season. Avery Bradley was. Go back and look. Avery Bradley was incredible and still is. It's the reason why Steph didn't want him to go. Avery Bradley is still putting up numbers and still doing exactly what he needs to do in his role. You pass him the ball, he may knock down a shot. Tonight he did. He was 5 for 8 from 3-point range. 5 for 8. He was incredible. Now let's go to the man of the hour. Westbrook. A lot of people have been calling him Westbrick. They want to trade him. Oh, he's not right. And although Westbrook has not really had a great game from start to finish. It's been ugly. It's been muddy. But Westbrook played well tonight. Right? Westbrook played 43 minutes. He scored 25 points, had 12 rebounds, 14 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. He was 10 for 22 from the field. That's 45%. And he was 3 for 7 from 3. Okay? 3 for 7. Russell Westbrook did not look great, but he looked decent. And he helped us win this ball game. He got 2 critical clutch shots when we needed them. I didn't even want him to take them. I didn't even want Westbrook to take those shots. Are you kidding me? When he put him up, I said, oh no, Lord. But he knocked him down. He looked like LeBron out there. You see the turnaround? The turnaround fadeaway? What? Where they do that at? Westbrook, I see you, Brody. He put him in. Clutch shots. Nobody knew. Nobody expected. Everybody said pass the ball to Monk or Melo. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Melo, he had an off night tonight. But it didn't matter. I don't know what it is about Melo. He had an off night tonight. Partly because everybody's been talking about him. They was D'ing him up. Double teaming. They was double teaming Melo. The dude that they didn't even want in the league 2 years ago. They said he wasn't good enough. Are you kidding me? They're double teaming him now. The Miami Heat. Carmelo Anthony was broke tonight. And I still wanted him to shoot every shot. I don't know what it was. I still wanted Melo to shoot every shot. He was bricking. And I'm like, please pass it to Melo. 24 seconds left. Just get it to Melo. He bricked the last 5, but get it to him. He gonna make this one. You just think, just like the Lakers say, you just think he's gonna make every shot. Melo played 37 minutes. Can you believe it? Melo played 37 minutes tonight. He scored 12 points, had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was 5 for 12 from the field. That's 41%. And he was 1 for 5 from 3. That's 20%. That's his first time hitting 1-3 at Staples Center. Almost every time he has touched the court at Staples, he has put in 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 3-pointers a night. He was off tonight. And I don't even think he was off. Hats off to the defense. Hats off. My hair look crazy. Trying to get my curls out tonight. But I don't even think Melo was off tonight. I think they just played a really good defensive scheme on him. You know? That's okay. Because when he didn't perform, Avery Bradley stepped up. And when he didn't perform, guess who showed up? Oh yeah, you guessed it, Malik Monk. This is the squad we have. Ladies and gentlemen, on any given night, any of these guys can go for 27 to 30. Are you kidding me?
It's Twitter time.
I got another follower on Twitter. Thank you. But let's talk about Malik Monk. Malik Monk played 34 minutes, scored 27 points, had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 0 steals, 1 block. He was 10 for 13 from the field. That's 76%. He was 4 for 7 from 3. That's 57%. Malik Monk was outstanding. I thought Wayne Ellington played good until I seen Malik Monk. I said, God, this is what I've been telling y'all all along. Malik Monk is the future of the Lakers. He has to get run. I said this in my last pod. If we take the cuffs off him, Vogel been listening to my podcast. I'm sure he has. Vogel, thank you for listening, bro. Take the cuffs off this man. It only took for you to have 6 players for you to trust them. Vogel waited till he ain't have nobody else to put in but Monk and finally seen what he was worth. I've been trying to tell Vogel and all the Laker Nation that Malik Monk is that guy. And he finally showed it tonight. Because he finally got run. And Vogel still took him out when he was cooking. I don't understand it. It's like Vogel thinks that just because a player is hot, he needs to sit him down to cool him off. That ain't how it works, Vogel. Do you know how basketball works? When a player is hot, don't mean that you need to take him out. Okay? Malik Monk was incredible and outstanding tonight. Are you kidding me? He been playing Reeves over this dude. That's what I've been saying. I ain't got nothing against Reeves. But Malik Monk can do this every night. Every night. All you need is Carmelo and Monk. That's 50, 60 points off the bench right there. That's all you need. Listen, if we got Malik Monk and Carmelo Anthony coming off the bench, that's at least 40 to 60 points on any given night. With just the 2 of them. Vogel just don't know what he got. I've been saying this for a very long time, since preseason. Since we got Monk. I've been wanting to see Monk. Malik Monk hit a clutch 3 almost every game he's been in. When you play him 4 minutes. But he actually played 34 tonight. Scored 27 points. It was his night. He said enough is enough. Y'all got me out here looking crazy. I'm going to show y'all. He's a playmaker. He makes plays. He can pass the ball, and they're great passes, not like the Westbrook pass. Let me stop. He can pass the ball, not like those Westbrook passes, but they on point and on target. Did you see that half-court pass that he got to Melo in the clutch game, last game? It was incredible. Did you see him making his own shot, getting to the hoop, what we wish AD would be doing? Huh? AD can't get in the hole, I don't know why. But Malik Monk is super easy. I can't put 2 and 2 together. Okay? That's all I want. All I want is AD to get to the cup. Come on, bro. You got Kyle Lowry on you. And you can't get past him? You got Tyler Hero on you. You gonna let him stop you for a jump shot? I would never call this man soft. But that's where this comes from. That's where this whole soft, you being soft, comes from. Because instead of you banging these guys in the paint, you want to fade away with a jump shot on them. They can't stop you, AD. I need you to know that. But getting back to Malik Monk, he took the game in his hands until it got too much. And then Westbrook said, okay, let me get in here and mess it up. Now, Westbrook hit two shots at the end of the fourth. Then I am not going to lie. I was surprised they went in. But they look good. The shots look good. I think Brody's just having a rough start. I think we need to cut him some slack. And I also think that nobody on the Lakers side, listen, if you're going to sit on the floor at a Lakers game, please do not wear yellow or do not wear purple or white. Okay? Those are the three colors that y'all can't wear on the floor. None of the bench, none of y'all need to stand up or anything because he's going to pass it to one of y'all. Brody is going to pass to one of y'all on the bench or on the sideline or in the crowd if y'all are wearing close to a color that look like his teammate. Sometimes it don't even matter. It can look like the opponent's team. Oh, man. Sometimes it can look like the opponent's color and he's still going to pass you the ball. Brody, don't come for me, man. I rocks with you. I'm just messing. These are just jokes. Let me get them off. But Malik Monk looked incredible. He can pass the ball. He can make his own play. Did you see that shot? I know y'all seen that shot. And don't ask me what shot, because I know y'all seen that shot. That shot that was like, oh, no, don't take that shot. And he made it. Couldn't believe it. Well, I could. Because I know what he's capable of. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Malik Monk is the future. We got to let this kid rock. We got to give him the ball. He needs to be handling the ball. He can pass. He can make his own shot. And he is not Dennis Schroeder. Okay? He can get 27 a night if you let him. Vogel. But let's talk about some of the bad. Let's talk about another game in overtime. Okay? When we clearly had this game won, but we like to throw it to everybody in the crowd. This is starting to become a thing. We love to throw the ball away. We have so many possessions where we throw the ball away. Listen, we had 21 turnovers. I think we had 10 in the first quarter. It was bad. How do we get Spo to go all the way down to his bench to bring in Haslam, and we still go to overtime? We got Bam in foul trouble. We got the other dude in foul trouble. That came from Istanbul. And we still let this go into OT. We had all these guys in foul trouble in the first half. Bam had 3. His backup had 3. His backup had 3. Okay? They brought in Haslam. They showed his age on the screen. And I said, man, that don't mean nothing. Until I can't even get the joke off. Until I seen him run. Did you see that jump shot? I'm like, man, whose grandpa they got out here? Whose grandpa is that on TV? And y'all want to let Carmelo Anthony go. I don't care if y'all laugh at my jokes, man. Y'all got somebody's grandpa out here, and we got to take them to OT. Spo looking down the line like Vogel be doing. Nope, you're not on my team. He's trying to bring in anybody he can that's big enough to guard Anthony Davis. And Anthony Davis still want to shoot outside. He got him all into foul trouble. And then DH came in and got him in more foul trouble. Within like 2 minutes of him playing. Bang, bang, bang. DH came in 2 minutes and got all of their big men in foul trouble. And then they waited till we had the game in our grasp, in our grips. And then they said, bang, 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 DH, you out of here. That man got 3 fouls in 3 seconds, okay? It was unbelievable. Malik Monk was incredible. I can't say it enough. I am so glad that Vogel has been listening to my podcast. And we only had 6 players to play tonight. For him to finally let Monk get some run. And look, oh yeah, he can play basketball. Yes, he can, Vogel. Just because he's not that great on defense don't mean he can't contribute to your team. Offense looked incredible tonight. Can you believe it? We scored 120 points. We scored 120 points in almost 5 quarters. Let's say 4.5. In 4.5 quarters. 120. Not 90. Not 88. We didn't only score 14 points in the first. Huh? We was putting them out there. We was putting them in. Our boys were scoring tonight. And like I said, what y'all worried about defense for? Defense? You think our problem is defense? Come on, man. Out of all these games we have played, guess what? If we had better offense, we would have won every single last one of them. Every single last one of them. While we are struggling on defense because we don't want to put forth no effort, because LeBron is in the back telling everybody it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, okay? They out here playing with little to no effort. It's not defense. If we score the ball and don't turn it over, listen, we scored 120 points and had 21 turnovers. 21 turnovers. You know what that means, right? That's 21 possessions that we could have scored on that we did not. Okay? Let's say on at least half of those, let's say 10 possessions, we scored maybe layups, maybe dunks, no 3-pointers. If I do my math correctly, I think that puts us up to 130. Right? No. Excuse me. That puts us up to 140. Does it? Yeah. Because 2 times 5 is... That puts us up to 140 on just half of the possessions that we lost. If we would have scored on those, we scored 120 points. On a great Miami defensive team. 120. Without LeBron. Yes. I said it. You heard right. We scored 120. We had 21 turnovers. All this without LeBron. All this without Russ really playing that great. Anthony Davis only scored 24. I don't know if y'all see it. I see it. While they out here praising Luka, while they out here praising Durant and Steph Curry and them, are we out here? Our bench was incredible. I got to give another good game to Vogel, though. Vogel, you did all right tonight, man. Okay? Don't be too hard on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself, Vogel. Okay? The games that you lost for us, we put them in the bag. All the last season that you lost for us, we put it in the back burner. Okay? We let you put us through a painful, torturous season with Schroeder. Okay? This dude wanted $87 million from us. Whoever had the foresight to see that is a genius, okay? Let him go. You don't let anybody go. If you're going to let anybody go, listen, whoever had the first thought that Markieff Morris need to go, I would like to meet you in person and shake your hand and say, thank you. You saved my beard from a lot of gray hairs. But this Miami Heat team looked incredible. And I know what people going to say. Oh, Jimmy Butler was out. Jimmy Butler wouldn't have done nothing else than what they did out there. Tyler Hero really came to life. Got Carmelo Anthony all riled up. And you know what? It got me to thinking, bro, who that? Think he can talk to Melo like this at Staples Center? Bruh, what? What you say? You ain't talking to Melo like that. Not in here. No. You not talking to Melo like that. Bro, who that? If you don't get this little dude out of here. Bro, who that? Thankfully, Duncan Robinson look like, I want to say this so bad, but I'm not. Thankfully, Duncan Robinson didn't look like Duncan Robinson because he was bricking all over it. He looked like the Lakers in most of our games. He was bricking so much. This dude was 4 for 16 from the field. He was 25%. He was 3 for 13 from 3. He didn't get no kind of hint. Ain't nobody tell him nothing. Okay? They said, Duncan Robinson, you missed your first 7, but keep shooting. And I'm like, yeah, tell him to do that. Because if he was hitting, we would have been in trouble. If he was hitting, we would have been in trouble. But he was 3 for 13 tonight. Kyle Lowry, he was 2 for 10 tonight. They were shooting threes all over the place. Between the two of them, they shot 23 threes and only made 5. Sound like the Lakers when Markieff Morris and Kuzma was on the team. But yeah, it was a great game. The post-game shits.
Knowing that not only are you going to have to score and do some of your usual spacing stuff, but you're also going to have to do some initiation, some playmaking, and just do more in the absence of some of the guys.
Just to attack, man. I had this role a couple times in Charlotte last year, year before that, when a lot of guys get hurt, and I had to come in and play big minutes and facilitate and do other things that I normally don't do. But I work on my game a lot, man, so I was really prepared for this moment.
Malik, the depth of your team becomes, I guess, more apparent in some ways when guys go out. How do your teammates respond to you in a night like this in terms of getting excited for you? Who, you know, your playing time can fluctuate depending on who's healthy and who's not.
They always give me confidence, man. Whether I'm playing 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, they always give me confidence. So I'm always confident when I go in the game. I always kind of had the same mindset because you never know what's going to happen throughout this game, man. So I just stay locked in, try to be prepared for every situation.
Malik, over here, man. Do you know who the original microwave is? Okay, Vinny Johnson. I'll give it to you, Vinny Johnson.
Vinny Johnson, yeah, Brian. At the beginning of the year, he told me.
All right, I'm just
sure.
checking. I'm
sure.
old too, like he is.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
but I mean, your approach to this game, knowing as everyone said, that so many players are out. What was your approach in the very beginning and as the game progressed?
Get to the rim, and everything else will open up for everybody. Not even myself, just for everybody if I attack. They're a paint-heavy team, so once you get in, you got to kick it out, make the right plays, and we started doing that in the second half more than we did in the first half. So that's how we got the win.
When you came to this team, you're one of the younger guys. Obviously, they brought in a lot of veteran guys. Did you have any trouble fitting in at all? And how do you feel in terms of your comfort level right now?
I'm always comfortable playing basketball. But, yeah, it's kind of hard to play. I never played with this many greats. So you got to pick your spots and figure out when the game going to come to you. But they, like I said, they're great, so they're always going to help me in every situation. So I'm super comfortable.
Malik, the team obviously tried to target guys who could shoot the ball like the team did tonight, and nearly 50% as a group from three. Is that kind of what you've seen? I mean, maybe 50% is unrealistic over the course of a season probably, but like, was that what you've seen, kind of what you saw tonight, is a group that's capable of putting on a three-point shooting performance like that?
Oh, yeah. In the offseason, man, we was picking up a lot of shooters. I seen that, man. And I kind of seen the team form, and I knew how it was going to be. We still working, man. It's still early in the year. We got a long way to go, so. But, yeah, yes, sir, I seen that.
Just a quick follow-up. You were trading shots with Tyler, and you had that one in OT, the one-legged as you're going out of bounds. Was any part of your mind on, like, you want to sort of outdo a guy like that when he's kind of stepping up, and you would also kind of like to match him shot for shot?
I wasn't matching, man. I was playing basketball. But he just happened to be on me. But, yeah, man, he's a great player. He always knock tough shots down and things like that. But I'm trying to kill everybody in front of me, so.
The factor that led you guys to that erase the 9-point lead with about 4 minutes left and force the OT?
Resilience. We just said we got plenty of time. I think it was like 6.5 left. And we said we got plenty of time to win a game. We just got to clean up our mistakes, and we were able to do that. Guys made some big shots. Russ 2 big shots, Malik 3. And got us back in the game. But it's all with stops, and we don't beat ourselves. We're pretty good defensively. And so that's what we did. We was able to just lock in on the defensive end and get stops when needed and get buckets when needed.
You mentioned Malik, and you also had Ellington coming up from 3 as well as Bradley. What were the looks like coming from 3? How important was that for you guys in some other areas like the free throw line weren't in your favor?
Yeah, they try to protect the paint a lot, and we just got to make the reads. We got some great looks, some wide open threes that we missed, and then we got a lot that we made. So, just trying to figure out how to play to a team's weakness, and use it to our strength, and able to attack the gaps, attack the paint, and kick it out to our shooters. And we made shots tonight.
AD, these have been 2 of probably the most determined performances we've seen from you guys as a group this season, with the win over Charlotte and then again tonight. What has happened with this group this week? I mean, obviously Portland was kind of a low point, and it seems like since then it's been a different sort of mindset with this group. What's changed?
Just next man up mentality. We all came today and found out that Doe and AR was going to be out. I think it's unexpected to a lot of guys. We didn't know anything about it. But after that Portland loss, we took that personal. We're not that type of team. No energy, no effort, a little bit of selfishness. And we just try to change that and get wins, with 8-man rotation, 9-man, rotation, and, only so 9-man rotation, 9 guys active, and try to find ways to get wins while everyone is getting back healthy. So these last 2 games has definitely been fun, for sure. Guys are having fun. Guys are realizing and starting to realize how good of a team we are. And we just got to continue to keep that mindset and continue to win on our home floor.
Hey, Eddie, I understand it's one game, but what do you take away of what this could mean in the big picture and having a game where multiple guys made big plays down the stretch and being without key guys?
Yeah, it's a good thing about our team. We have a lot of guys who can score the basketball, create for themselves and others. I think the toughest part for us is when everyone gets back healthy. You know, we still haven't played with Taylor. We still haven't played with K. Nunn, with Trev. So now we're going to try to – Trev haven't played, the entire preseason or season. So trying to get back, in rhythm with those guys and get in rhythm with TA, that's going to be the hardest part for us. So it's a good problem to have, for sure. But like I said, we still got to find ways to win basketball games. But I think, right now guys are gaining their confidence, and this is huge for us. Where, Wayne hit big shots, Malik, Russ, Melo, AB, everybody's playing well, and it's just gaining confidence, and this should carry over to when everyone gets healthy and we start rolling.
AD, what did you make of those late shots that Russ hit in the fourth? And the overall plays he was making, he had several assists on the threes that you guys were making to kind of make that comeback.
Yeah, he played well tonight. One thing about Russ, he has no conscience. He can miss 20 in a row. He's going to shoot the next one. 2 big-time shots. He's fearless, relentless. And then also, his ability to see the floor. We had a conversation about what he wants to see from us so we can help him cut down the turnovers. And we talked about it in the show tonight. So we just want to, I say that, and he had 8, but at least it wasn't he had triple-double or quadruple-double. So, we just want to make sure that, we help him as much as possible. And being in the right positions for him when he's attacking the paint, knowing that he's going to get there. But like I said, he's fearless, and he made some big-time plays for us to help us get this win.
A film session type of conversation that you said
No, we just and when we're going through sets and plays, there are certain things that we do, cutting and stuff like that, and he'll stop and like, no, I don't want you to cut. I want you to do that. I want you to. So, same way if I'm in a post where I want guys, Bron, Melo, same way, same guys. So, is that type of thing. And I'll say that again, and he had 8, but that's not a reflection of what we talked about.
AD, in most lineups you have size, you have good rebounders. That hasn't always translated to a rebounding advantage, but in the OT period, it seemed like you guys really controlled, especially defensive glass. What went into that mentality, and was there anything different that you noticed tonight?
Just boxing out. I mean, we probably could have won in regulation if we boxed out P.J. Tucker. But that's a learning experience for us. Like, we already know more, offensive rebounds, and some you can't control, but for the most part, we did, especially in overtime, we did a great job of boxing out and limiting them to one shot. And if we hold teams to one shot, it gives us a chance to get out and run and make shots, and we did that in overtime. And we just got to continue to not watch the ball as shots go up, but turn and find guys, put a body on them, and then go for the ball. So we continue to do that, have that mindset. We usually come out fine.
What did you know about Malik Monk before he came here, and what have you seen in him that makes him so successful, particularly tonight?
I know Malik. I mean, he went to Kentucky, so I've always known about him before he came in the league, and then watched him a lot in Charlotte. I keep trying to keep up with all the Kentucky guys. It's like our own little brotherhood inside this NBA brotherhood. So, and we said it. We don't know how. Brown said it before. I've said it. I said it in the interview, his post-game interview. But I don't. We call him microwave. Instant score, and we still don't know how we got him for what we got him for. he can play. He's a hell of a player. You know, shot a lot of big shots, made a lot of big shots, and this is going to, you know, continue to build his confidence in what we do.
Overall, from a competition standpoint?
Just resiliency. We have guys down and short-numbered, and, you know, we're in a position where nobody's not going to feel sorry for us. I think I mentioned it in the last game of just got to compete regardless of who we're playing or regardless of the circumstances. We got to compete at the level we know how to and give ourselves a chance to win the game.
You had a couple shots late in the game, obviously, that go down, Russell. What are you reading from the defense-wise to want to go and look to attack in that way? And how did you think that played
just
out?
try to pick my spots as the game prolongs and find ways to be able to do that, but also make sure I keep a healthy balance of finding my teammates, picking my spots, along with scoring the basketball, which is, you know, not always the easiest thing to do, but, you know, I can always figure it out.
Russ, what's it do for a group like you guys have when it's still relatively new and you're down something like 8 or 9 points with 4 minutes to go? You come back and it's not necessarily just the bigger name guys getting it done. Ellington had a big night. Malik had a big night. What does that do for the group?
Gives us character, puts us in the right state of mind, spirit, in the right state of mind, because we know we got enough in this locker room, even with so many guys out that we definitely need, but we know that we have enough to be able to maintain and be able to, you know, keep our head afloat and make sure we play the right way. And we got guys that can get hot on our team, shooters that can, you know, change a game, and Malik and Wayne and kind of everybody did that tonight.
Russ, I know the Staples crowd has received you well in other games and other nights, but, you know, they were standing for, I believe, the last 3 or 4 minutes regulation. You're hitting big shots. They're screaming. Was there something special about the energy in Staples tonight for you?
I think it's really just intriguing to see as the game prolongs, and I think it gets closer in the fourth quarter games, get tired of the fans, get real intense and real locked in, and that's great to see when you look around and seeing not just people sitting in their seats, but they're up, locked in, cheering us on, giving us positive energy, and that's something that me as a player, I don't take for granted and try to leave everything I have on the floor, you know, for them.
Russ, AD was just up here and said that looking back at that Portland game, you know, that's not who you guys are. You know, no, he said low effort, low energy team. What has shifted in the 2 performances since then? It seems like maybe these are your 2 most determined team wins of the season so far.
Yeah, just playing harder. You know, we BS the game in Portland. We all know it. And since then, we know what it takes to win. If we win the game, lose the game, we know that if our effort was there, we can live with the results. And we understand that as a team, but we know we like our chances when we're playing high energy, our effort is high, and we, you know, give ourselves a chance to win.
After watching Westbrook's post-game interview, I have a sense that it's going to be like this for the long haul. It's going to be like this. The good is the bad, and the bad is the good. The AD interview, he said that Westbrook has no conscience, that he can miss 20 in a row and he's still going to shoot the next shot. So after watching a Westbrook interview, it reminded me that the good is going to be the bad and the bad is going to be the good. Meaning, he mentioned something that I see every night from Westbrook. You don't have to guess what Westbrook is going to do. He's consistent. And as a Laker fan, that's one of the things that I've been longing for a long time. I've been longing for consistency. And I know you all can attest to this, that when we had KCP and Markieff Morris, and they would go for nights when they would have a great game, and you look at them like, where has this been? And then for the next 25 games, they would be off again. You would never know what you was going to get night to night. with Westbrook, you know exactly what you're going to get from night to night. Like he mentioned in his post-game interview, he's going to leave it all on the floor. There's one thing you don't have to worry about Westbrook, that he's going to leave it all on the floor. He is consistent, very consistent with that. And what I mean is, every night, he is going to give you high energy and he is going to give you high effort, regardless of his turnovers, regardless of some of the shots. It's his energy, it's his effort that can be contagious for this team. And not a lot of times you see that. You don't see it on the box score. Just like Rondo playing the other night when he came in for that short stretch. It was his energy and effort. It was his will that got us to win. It's the same thing that Westbrook is going to bring. So yeah, we can harp on him about his turnovers. And we can harp on him about him making bad shots or missing layups. But the truth of it is, he is going to leave it all on the floor. You ain't never got to worry about Westbrook not playing hard. And I think that needs to be mentioned. And I think that needs to be talked about more. That he brings that every night. And that is exactly what I hoped for when I seen that we picked him up. Is that he is going to bring that energy and that effort every night. So how can our guys not play with energy and effort when he is the main guy that's bringing it and he is running the floor? So although, yes, he's getting a lot of turnovers because guys are learning to play with him and he's learning to play with them. And sometimes when he wants you to stay still, he's going to rush and dish. And if you run with him, which is normally, if you play basketball, that's normally what you do. You see your guy rushing, you're going to rush with him. You're going to collapse with him. You're going to go to the paint with him. You're going to roll with him, right? But sometimes if they were just to stay still and he's seen where you were, he's going to rush and pass exactly where you were. But if the man moves, then is that really his fault for the turnover? Let's talk about it. So I think, yes, it looks bad on screen. And while you're in gameplay and you're watching it live, but if you go back and look at some of these games without the emotion, knowing we won or knowing we lost, without the emotion or the suspense, you realize that most of those turnovers really wasn't his fault. And you kind of see the game for what it is. So, with that being said, I want to go to AD. Now, AD's post-game interview said that they've been talking about his turnovers. And they've been talking about how they can help him to get less turnovers. And although he had 8 tonight, is what AD said, it didn't reflect what they talked about. So that means that, yes, although we don't see it, and we see it night for night, that he's getting massive turnovers, and they seem like just careless plays, they've been talking about it. But it hasn't changed anything yet. So that's all a part of a new team growing together, learning each other. It's not going to happen overnight. And with the type of player he is, and we see it every night, let's call it for what it is. Hey, listen, that is my time. Y'all have been a beautiful crowd, and I have been a beautiful host. My name is Derek James, and you've been tuned in to the Film Room Podcast. And I'm out this bit.